So, good morning, all dear students. So, today the lecture on acceleration. So, today what we are going to learn is what is types of acceleration, what is actual meaning of acceleration, what is the meaning of unit. That means if I take an acceleration, what is the unit of it? What are actual meaning of that unit? I think we learned in yesterday class. So next, what are the types of accelerations? How we can do the problems? Fine. Now let us start off. Acceleration, acceleration, acceleration. Right. What is acceleration? You might learn this in your lower classes. I hope so. Right. So can anybody here to define the definition of acceleration? Okay, rate of change of velocity. So somebody posted, Nikita P also posted rate of change of velocity. Okay, fine. So acceleration is nothing but, right, rate of change of position, rate of change of position, rate of change of velocity, right? Not position, rate of change. Rate of change of position is nothing but velocity. Rate of change of acceleration. So now acceleration equal to how we can express mathematically acceleration. So delta V by delta T. Delta V by delta T. Okay. In acceleration, delta V by delta T. Fine. So what is the delta V? V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. Right. First, we try to understand the actual meaning of acceleration. Then we'll go for types of acceleration, right? So, what exactly the meaning of acceleration? Okay. First, acceleration is delta V by delta T, in which I can write V2 minus V1 by T2 minus T1. Okay. Then units, meter per second square, meter per second square. So this can also be, we can one should know that this can also, we can express meter per second by second, meter per second square. See, for example, a person at this particular point P is at point P to Q. When he traveled from point P to Q, right? Let me take here a t is equal to 0 seconds and a t equals to 1 second. That means if I say the acceleration of this person is 5 meter per second square, let us say. So let us consider the acceleration of this person is 5 meter per second. What exactly meaning of 5 meter per second? See, when P to Q, when he travel from P to Q, and next we'll take it as X, next we'll take it as Y. So 4 points here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 points. P to Q, Q to X, X to Y. So next that is T2 1 second. That is T2 minus T1 is equals to 1 second. We are getting he is moving a distance of 5 meters. That means velocity of this person is 5 meters per second. 5 meters per second in 1 second. Velocity. The person have some velocity 5 meters per second in 1 second. That means 5 meters per second by second is nothing but 5 meters per second square. Now, next he should move with 10 meters per second. Then this time will be 2 seconds. Now, if you see T2 minus T1, T2 minus T1 is nothing but 1, and v2 minus v1 is 10 minus 5. That is the meaning of 5 meter per second square. If you take one more point here, this is 15 meter per second. Here t is equal to 3 seconds. Let me take. Means here v2 minus v1 and t2 minus t1. So we are clearly getting this is change in a velocity by change in a time. Change in velocity. Change in velocity is 5 meter per second by change in time is 1 second. So finally we can write 5 meter per second square. So that is the meaning of units. Hope you got it. Hope it is clear. Yes? No? Boliye? Everybody? Is it clear? Yes? Yes? Everybody? Good? Good, 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 good. Okay. Now, next, we'll go to, ready? Fine. Now, next, just what we learned right now is, what is the definition of acceleration? Okay. So definition of acceleration is rate of change of velocity. That means in your lower classes, you might learn about that definition. Okay. Next, mathematically, I expressed here, mathematically, how I am expressing here, A is nothing but a delta V by a delta T. Delta V divided by delta T. Is it clear? Delta V divided by delta T. Always be uniform, not uniform. See, Usha K, I am just in definition itself. Uniform, non-uniform, average, instantaneous. So it will take some more time to reach that point. Okay. It's just I took an example that it is 5 meter per second square. What is the meaning of 5 meter per second square? Okay. We are not into the discussion of uniform right now. Fine. Uniform or not uniform. Just I am trying to explain what exactly the unit indicates. Hope you got it. Hope it is clear, Usha K. Yes? No, boliye. Yes? See, already in the last class also, I was explaining that complete one class it will take to understand what exactly acceleration for you, right? And one more thing, very important thing is, if what you learn in your lower classes, right? You might learn in your lower classes what is the difference between that acceleration, this acceleration. Okay, sure. Now coming back to study what is the meaning of now acceleration. So body is said to have acceleration when we can say that the body have certain acceleration when there is a change in velocity. Everybody says that, okay, sir, when there is a change in velocity, we can call there is an acceleration. Okay. Okay. Change in velocity. See, very carefully, here onwards, we are going to inject some concepts to you, right? So, A is equal to acceleration. Fine. Delta V by delta T, right? Change in velocity, right? So this is nothing but change in velocity. Now delta V equal to change in velocity, change, right? Is delta T is a scalar or a vector quantity? कोई बोल सकते क्या? Is a scalar or a vector quantity? कोई है? Vector quantity. It is nothing but vector quantity. Obviously, sir. So vector quantity. Okay. Vector quantity means it should have what is the definition of vector here? What is the meaning of vector? It should have both magnitude and direction, right? So vector should have both magnitude as well as direction, basic points, and it should obey vector laws of addition. That is a second level of thinking vector, right? Now it should have both magnitude and direction. Now delta t is a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? It's a scalar quantity. Obviously, it is scalar quantity. So that means acceleration, if I take, if A is the acceleration, delta V by delta T. Delta V is equal to change. Delta V is nothing but change in velocity. Fine. Okay. Now, acceleration is a vector quantity or a scalar quantity? It's a vector quantity. Very good. Okay. Now, coming back to the definition of acceleration. Carefully listen. A body is said to have acceleration. When I can say that body have acceleration? First step one. Okay, sir, there should be change in velocity. Everybody ready to say the answer? Sir, if I am saying that the body has acceleration, a body said to have an acceleration, then there should be change in velocity. What is the meaning of change? Can anybody tell? What is the meaning of this change? Right? So change कोई बोल सकते क्या? What is the meaning of change? कोई है? Change, moving, change, difference, movement. You are giving English difference. English, so Varsham Reddy. So is the correct answer increasing or decreasing, right? What is the meaning of change means? Increasing or decreasing, right? So that means change. Velocity may increases or decreases. Fine. So if I take delta V is equals to V2 minus V1, right? If I take V2, delta V is V2 minus V1. Delta V is V2 minus V1. If I take it, delta V is V2 minus V1, delta V if I take, right? So if V2 is greater than V1 or right, V2 is less than V1, right? Okay. Step by step. Concentrate. Okay. Don't see here and there. Okay. Concentrate on the topic. Fine. See, when V2 is greater than V1 or V2 is less than V1. When V2 is greater than V1, the body is said to have what? Acceleration will be calling it. When V2 is greater than V1, that means it is increasing. Velocity is increasing. Final velocity is greater than initial velocity. And if final velocity is less than initial velocity, then what we say? It is nothing but a retardation, negative acceleration, or deceleration. For three names: deceleration, negative acceleration, or retardation. That's the meaning of V2 is less than V1. Simply, if you want an example, you started a vehicle, right? First, slowly you will increase the speed from 10 kilometers per hour to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like this. So gradually you will be increasing the speed of it. So increasing speed, so whenever it's changing, see, accelerator will be calling. This is nothing but accelerator. So we're increasing. So slowly, if you want to stop, okay, if you want to stop, so what you'll do, you'll apply the brakes. You'll apply some brakes. So slowly, it will decreases. Now velocity is gradually decreasing, so that we can call it as deceleration. Hope it is clear, right? Fine. So first case it is acceleration, second case it is deceleration. So now this is called acceleration. This is called acceleration. This is called a negative acceleration. Acceleration, negative acceleration. That's why change in velocity can be written as change in velocity. Change means it may be increasing or what? Decreasing. So change. So change meaning here may be increasing or decreasing, right? Till here, everybody clear? Hope it is clear. Hope this is clear. Everybody, yes? Anybody, any doubts? Till here? Okay, fine. Okay. Just we started with Om, right? So just Om. Do you know what is Om? Right? Nobody? Right. Now, okay, there is a change. Velocity is increasing or velocity is decreasing. So one time we'll be calling acceleration, one time we are calling deceleration. Okay, again we'll come back here, right? So this change is in magnitude or in a direction or in both magnitude and direction, right? Here V2 is greater than V1. Okay, fine. Okay, because vector velocity is a vector quantity. Vector quantity should have both magnitude as well as direction. Am I right? So in which cases the body should possess acceleration? Okay, is it clear? I think this point you have to catch. That is very important. Very, very important. See, I am saying that change. Once again, I am trying to explain briefly here. I am changing delta V. Delta V is nothing but the change. Whenever there is a change in velocity, a body is said to have acceleration. Okay, body said to be having acceleration means there should be change in velocity. Okay. Now delta V, V2 is greater than V1 or V2 is less than V1. Okay, we are talking only about velocity. Velocity will have both magnitude as well as direction. If I take one example, only magnitude of velocity is changing, will it possess acceleration or not? If only, yes, okay, only if the direction of the velocity is changing, direction, okay, direction of velocity is changing, can we call, that means can that body possess acceleration or not, right? This is the second one. And when both are changing, that means velocity will have both magnitude as well as direction, both magnitude and direction, right? Both magnitude as well as direction. Is it clear? So both are changing, then we can call, obviously it possesses acceleration. But what are the examples for that one? In three cases, we'll have acceleration. See, whenever a body possesses some acceleration, so one should be able to check that that acceleration is due to which facts, due to which scenario we are getting acceleration. Due to change in the velocity, obviously change in the velocity, but due to change in the velocity, it is in only in the magnitude or only in the direction or in the both. So these three categories are there to find acceleration. Okay, so shall we start with that one? So what we are going to learn now, a body should possess an acceleration due to change in velocity magnitude or change in velocity direction or due to change in both magnitude as well as direction. So three different types a body can possess acceleration, even it is increasing or decreasing. Velocity may increasing or decreasing, it may possess three different type of accelerations. Is it clear, this one? Yes. Take a screenshot. If you have any doubts till this point, let me know. Then we'll proceed. Fine. Yes. Done. Okay. Take the screenshots and keep it with you so that we can use in further. We can make a PDF of this one. So one should try to maintain all screenshots. We can make a digital notes. It's done. Shall we proceed? Yes, no, boliye, jaldi, fast. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, now let us see here, all of you. First, acceleration, change in velocity, rate of change of velocity, rate of change of velocity, in which first possibility, change means increasing or decreasing. So velocity may increases or velocity may decreases, right? Okay. So two possibilities are there, velocity may increases or velocity may decreases. So velocity is increasing, velocity decreasing. Velocity decreasing is called deceleration, negative acceleration or retardation. So this part is completed, right? Now coming to increasing, only magnitudes is increasing or decreasing. Only magnitude is increasing or decreasing. So the body will have acceleration. What is the example of it that we are going to discuss now? Fine. Now here if you take at this particular point only direction if I am taking only direction, if the body velocity is changing only direction, then it can possess acceleration or not, that also we can see. Next, magnitude as well as a direction. Okay, first I'll take one example. That means what I am trying to explain here, if the body velocity is changing only in magnitude, then we should say that body have acceleration. Only magnitude of velocity should change. Fine, take a screenshot and just guess an example for it. Only magnitude should change and I should say that the body possesses acceleration. Anybody? Any example? Can you guess? Anybody? No example? Car moving, straight line motion. Okay. Only magnitude should change. Only magnitude should change, but not. Okay. We're done with this? Yes, no. We're done with this? Right. No. Just take a screenshot, then we'll move. Yes, boliye. Fine, done. Right. Okay. Now see here. So I want only direction. I'll erase here. Fine. So what is the example for only direction? A body should possess acceleration only direction. That means only direction. And take an example. A body freely falling, right? Freely falling. Example is freely falling, right? Freely falling, right? Example is freely falling body. Can you tell me what is initial velocity of the body? Freely falling, what is the initial velocity of the body? 0. Initial velocity of the body is 0. Can you tell me when it is coming downwards, velocity is 0 or it will increases or decreases? As it is coming downwards, downward direction, can you tell me whether the velocity is 0 or increases or decreases? Increases. Very good. Increasing, right? Velocity magnitude is increasing Am I right? So velocity magnitude is increasing. Magnitude is increasing. Whether the direction is changing, yes, no, direction is not changing. But it will have acceleration or not? Yes or no? Acceleration. Acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration A is equal to what? G, which is in which direction? Downward direction, which is nothing but positive. A body possesses acceleration only due to change in the magnitude, but not the direction of the velocity. Understood this one? I hope it is clear to you. Yes, no, boliye jaldi. Okay. A new thing maybe for you. Yes, yes. Just when it is why G, sir? Why G? Why G? Acceleration due to gravity, not new. Okay, not new speed. Okay. Acceleration due to gravity. Yg means it is falling due to gravity only, right? Yes or no? It is falling due to gravity. Okay. So gravity free space we are not taking. So gravity will be there. The apple falling downwards due to gravity only. Okay. What will be the acceleration of a body projected upwards? Next example, that only, right? So when a body is projected vertically upwards, this is nothing but a freely falling body. When a body is projected vertically upwards, but if a body projected vertically upwards, then you are projecting with certain velocity u. U is equals to 10 meter per second, right? So when it reaches to maximum height, what is the final velocity of the body? Can anybody tell? 0. Okay. So it's nothing but velocity is gradually decreasing. The magnitude of velocity is decreasing. So what is the acceleration possessed by the body? A is equal to minus G. If I ask what is the acceleration of the body, that means when it is going against the gravity, A is nothing but minus G. That means here a body can possess acceleration due to only change in the magnitude but not direction. Hope that it is clear to you. Both the examples. Still you have any doubts, let me know. Here, yes, बोलिए कुछ डाउट्स है क्या अभी तक जो डिस्कस करा? कुछ भी है? सब क्लियर है? नो डाउट्स? नो डाउट्स, वेरी गुड. चलो, वेल डन गर्ल्स. और all clear? All clear. चलो. So only magnitude freely falling body. Sir, can you once again explain? क्या बोलो शरण्या? What should I explain once again? From where should freely falling body, Sharanya? Freely falling body. Freely falling body, initial velocity is 0. Do you accept, Sharanya, here? Initial velocity for a freely falling body is 0. Okay? So, I am a boy. Okay, you are into BPC? You are in BPC section? Okay, Aditya, right. Aditya, okay. So U is equal to 0. Do you accept this one? Freely falling body, initial velocity is 0. I think you might have learned it in your lower classes. Yes? Okay, yes. Do you know why it is 0? If I want to explain why it is 0, okay, a very big story is there, and even that we can explain in our coming classes why it is 0. While explaining law of conservation of energy, I'll explain why we'll get U is equal to 0, right? So U is equal to 0. You know that U is equal to 0, but why U is equal to 0, you don't know. But you will learn by the end of 11th class or the mid of 11th class, right? Okay. So u is equal to 0. So when it is coming downwards, velocity increasing or decreasing? बोलिए, अभी बोलिए, increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So it's nothing but increasing, right? It is increasing. Increasing means magnitude is changing. Am I right? Yes or no? For example, here if you want, if I want to take u, sometime after some time, if I take a 10 meter per second, after some time 20 meter per second, after some time 30 meter per second, when it touches the ground, before touching the ground, hope it is clear, before touching the ground, when it touches the ground, what happens? It will become 0. Okay, got it? Direction is not changing. So three things we should be clear here. Three things: initial velocity is 0. When it is coming downwards, magnitude of velocity is changing and direction is not changing, and that body possesses some acceleration. What is that acceleration? It's nothing but acceleration due to gravity. Is it clear, this one? Yes, no? Yes, no? V2 minus V1 is 0. V2 minus V1. Here u is 0. V, where is the final velocity? Okay, where, at which point you are trying to calculate, right? V2 minus V1 is 0. Okay, sir, did you log the session? Yeah, just you want to speak with me? What is not clear? 5 minutes? 1 minute. Direction. Part of what? Direction. So direction should change, but magnitude should remain constant and the body should possess acceleration. If I take a circular path like this is a circular path, a body. So this is nothing but a circular path, right? Then circular path. Right? Body is going in a circular path. Now, if I take velocities at any point here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If it is a uniform circular motion, uniform circular motion, uniform circular motion, uniform circular motion. It is in uniform circular motion. Fine. When it is in uniform circular motion, uniform means, for example, if I want velocity at this point, yeah, magnitude will not change. So if I take at this particular point, if I want velocity, just you can draw a tangent. This is called a tangent. Tangent will give the direction of linear velocity. Tangent is giving the direction of what? Linear velocity. So it's nothing but it is the velocity v1. Here if I draw like this is nothing but velocity v2. Fine. Here if I take this nothing but velocity v3. If I take here velocity is v. So let me take this nothing but 10 meter per second. This is also 10 meters per second. 10 meter per second. And v3 is nothing but a 10 meter per second, and v here also v 10 meters per second. Then only this ball can be in this particular circular path. Will be in this particular circular path only when v is nothing but same magnitude going in a circle. See, directions are changing. So this is an upward direction, this is in downward direction. Direction is changing, but magnitude is remains constant, and it should have some acceleration. What is the name of that acceleration? Can anybody tell? When a body is uniform circular motion, I think hope it is clear that magnitude remains constant. Yes, magnitude is constant. Magnitude is constant. Direction is changing, and this body possesses some acceleration. What is the name of that acceleration? Anybody? Anybody? The answer for it? Yes? No? Boliye. Anybody answer? Huh? It is nothing but centripetal acceleration. I think I hope that it is in 9th class. Centripetal acceleration. Okay. It is nothing but centripetal acceleration. Fine. Centrifugal is outwards. Centripetal is inwards. So both are equal in magnitude. So you have a limited idea about centripetal and centrifugal force. Actually, this is considered to be pseudo force. It is a pseudo force. It is not existing actually. Centripetal acceleration is towards the center. To balance or the counter effect of this force is nothing but centrifugal force is acting away from it. So centripetal force is nothing but A is equal to V square divided by R. It is there in your 10th class or 9th class also. Right? A is nothing but V square divided by R. It's nothing but acceleration. So nothing to worry about this formula, or only it will have acceleration, centripetal acceleration towards the center, centrifugal acceleration away from the center. So anything we can say, right? Is it clear? This one. So here we can say that only magnitude is constant, direction is changing, right? Only direction is changing. Okay. Yes. Clear. Any other doubts? Uniform circular motion, only direction of the velocity changes, magnitude remains constant. Yes. No doubts. So that is about an acceleration. Next, magnitude and direction. What is the formula? Formula A is V square by R, velocity, square of velocity divided by R. R is nothing but a radius of the circular path. So only the concept. They don't ask problems on this one. Only concepts you should know, that how a body possesses acceleration. Okay, clear? Yes. Next one, magnitude and direction should change. Both magnitude and direction should change. Then what type of body will have acceleration that both magnitude and direction will change, right? Let me see this one. See, when a body is projected like this, let you take here, a body is projected with initial velocity u. So when you throw a body with an angle theta, then what is its path? What you observe that path? Can anybody tell? So when you project a ball at an angle, see, not vertically upwards. Vertically upwards, it will go straight and come down, right? When you project at an angle theta, then it will go a parabolic path, right? Now, what happens in parabolic path? Let me explain here like this. Parabolic path. Slowly, first till this point, velocity will increases. This is in upward direction, right? I can show here clearly. Now this is nothing but initial velocity making an angle theta. So this is in which direction? Upward direction. And here velocity gradually increases. Till this point reaching maximum height, again it is falling downwards. That means if I want to draw the velocity here, this is nothing but downward direction. Velocity is decreasing. Here it is increasing, velocity is decreasing. This is in upward direction. This is in downward direction. Is it clear? Body possesses acceleration here. Both are changing. Both are changing. What are changing? Can you tell me? Magnitude of velocity is changing and the direction is also changing. Is it clear? Yeah. Both magnitude, body moving in a circular path, but changing direction so that it will. Somebody posted a big doubts. Okay. Let me see that one.